Welcome! I'm your not-so-humble Game Master, TJ, and this is Dice of Ages, presenting CrestVahllen, The Baker's Dozen, Episode 35, Big Boba. Without further ado, let's get into the recap of the previous episode. As the dust of Fellow sweeps into the sky, travel continues, the long way around, to the CrestVahllen Atoll, as the group plan to stop at Longdeck on the way. A scoop's stone flesh deepens and spreads in the night, and the ship encounters a riptide the next day. Drowners attempt to board the ship and pull the crew overboard, but a mastery of water, acrobatics, and magic allow the party to quickly dispatch the threat and resume travel. A scoop attempts to deepen his understanding of the rock-like rash, realizing that it may be controlled with practice. With the stone spread halted for now, the 37th of Hylock heralds an odd gathering of clouds on the open sea, followed by a deafening crack and a blinding flash of light. The gang find themselves between several perpicles and an aged yet detached landmass, now an island, upon which are the remnants of the town of Longdeck. Floating above the town hovers what looks like the top two floors of a stone tower that has separated from its non-existent base. Machete senses a dragon presence, as well as that of aberrant forms, as the ship flees to the safety of the island's dock, the perpicles now forming a blockade. The party disembarks in order to investigate, stumbling upon several Sakura reborn, and are hailed by a blue Drakash, offering them sanctuary from atop the floating tower's crenulations. Now, let's get back to the action. Welcome back to CrestVahllen. Okay, hello, welcome back. The Baker's Dozen has just landed on what looks like a piece of Longdeck, like the whole town that has been broken off, on an island that is still a good days and a half travel from the actual Longdeck itself. They have been pushed up against pushed into the town while they were fleeing from these three perpicles. They have disembarked onto the island. And Tamron was approaching one of the individuals before he was interrupted by another blue, a Drakash, a dragonkin individual, dragon-like humanoid, that has appeared to be on some sort of broken tower, but like floating up above the town itself, above this small island, and has appeared to be on one of the top of one of like the buttresses of the tower, that has yelled out and said, "Wait, stop! Don't bother them. Just get to me as soon as you can."
Okay.
Mask up, everyone. I pull out my...
Scoop, does that person look like me?
Oh, yeah? Is that what we're doing then? Oh, goodness.
I don't know, does it? I'm trying to check.
Go ahead and roll. You do it with your spyglass. Go ahead and roll perception check.
He's looking thick. My hat fell off. And the dice fell off. Perception, 12.
Yeah, 12. Hard to tell, even with the spyglass from this distance.
15, sorry.
15. Yeah, still hard to tell. I mean, they look robed and dressed and stuff. They're not wearing the same thing that he's wearing, if that means anything.
No, Tamron.
All right.
Can't tell.
I can't tell. All right, guys. I think at this moment we're going to roll and see who's going to go first for stuff. What do you say?
Woo.
A 19.
Woo.
19. Okay, a scoop. Machete?
13.
13.
Mm-hmm.
Hurt is going to do hit her thing. 13 plus 1, 14. Nakano?
5.
Oh no.
No.
Tamron?
Make that 2 5s, please.
Oh no.
Oh no. So Nakano's gonna go before Tamron because you're faster. You have a higher dex. Okay. Okay, here's the deal. Up on top, you see emerging from some of the Scoop. You notice this, Tamron. You do as well. Emerging from some of the buildings over here, emerging from the roof of this building, pops this individual. Whoops. Whoa. It looks like one of those blossomed reborns that had their eyes just fully blossomed out with big sakura flowers, and that has that has like an aura of pollen around them that's covered in vines and almost wood-like. This individual pops out on top of the roof, and they're going to try to. They're going to come down here, 5 to 10, 15, right here, and they're going to try to use their whip as they reach their hand, and a vine whips out at you, Misheni.
Okay.
Is that 10 feet?
No, these seem to be different. Like they look the same, but there's something. They also look evolved. It's hard to tell.
I mean,
Like enhanced in some way. This is That is a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. That's 18 points of damage, bludgeoning damage, as you're hit with a very sturdy vine.
Okay. Ouch. All right.
And that's as far as I can get to you. Then it is... that one doesn't go yet. Okay, Scoop, it's your turn.
Yes. I cast
This is
the
you right here.
lightning of call.
The
And-
lightning of call. Okay. Where do you want to put it?
I think from what we discussed before,
Gives you a little better vantage point here.
I attacked the dude by the crates.
Okay, so you just want to put it like in this kind of area here, or
Well, no, the center point is where it strikes first.
Okay, I understand. You're putting it directly over there. Okay, and it's how? What's the radius of it?
It's got a big radius of
Of what?
I know this because I can't really see. 300 feet.
Jesus.
That's completely wrong because I read the wrong thing. 120 feet.
120 feet. So that's how many tiles?
240, so it's...
No, it's
48
120 foot
tiles.
radius. I'm on a radius.
I know.
So we're saying 24 tiles. So we're talking about it encapsulates almost the entirety of this part of the town. That's how much
It's
is there.
60-foot radius.
60 foot?
So it's 60
Yeah.
foot?
Is it
radius,
60 foot or 120 foot?
It's 60
What does it
foot.
say? 60 foot. Okay, so
60 foot.
12. So this is
Yes.
how big it is. Right there.
Yep. Sounds about
Okay.
right.
There you go.
Nice.
Boom. So we'll just keep that there so we know. How's that sound? Hopefully it stays.
That sounds great.
Great. And you attack the individual. They need to roll a saving throw, correct?
Yes, they do.
That is a 12.
Oh, it gets smoked.
Okay. How
With-
much does it get smoked?
25 damage.
Ooh.
Gee.
Okay.
And you said there was... No, it wasn't lightning. Okay.
Right.
Nice.
Okay. That everything
Yeah.
for you then, a scoop?
It don't die?
Nope.
Oh.
You see the lightning strike down and leave a big old char mark, and like its entire shoulder is like almost gone, and then just that's left is like when you see the interior of a tree that's been struck by lightning, that embers. It's like the plant matter is like embers on the inside, and there's char marks all around it, but it's still up. Anything else?
Nice. No.
Okay. You don't want to move? You want to stay there?
Yeah, I'll stay there. It's fine.
Okay. It is then... No, don't have them. It is then this dude's turn. The one who just... Oops. Boom, boom. There we go. It is then this dude's turn. That's okay. I have to get rid of it in order to move this. Tamarin, you were right here, like right 10 feet from this. It's going to just turn around. Oh, that was a scoop. Sorry. Whoop. Tamarin, you were right here because you were coming over to it. So this is going to attempt to attack you. It's actually not going to move, though. Sorry. It's going to stay over here. And it's going to... range. It's going to take its spine and try to at you. That is a 12 to hit you.
Miss.
Miss. Okay, so it tries to spine you and then says screw it and just starts to run at you. Whoops, wrong thing. That's okay. And it is going to try to hit you with like this mace whippy, thorny arm that it has. That is a 13 to hit you.
Miss.
Miss. So you were warned by the individual up at the tower, and so you look back right in time as it tries to hit you with its spine and its mace whip, and you dodge out of the way. And it misses both of its attacks. Boo, boo, boo. It is then Hurt's turn. Hurt is going to just draw her daggers and say, "Let's go!" and just start fucking running at this thing right there. Whoops. There we go. So she fully rages, and she's going to attack it a couple times. She hits on her... Oh, no, she doesn't. She misses on her first one. Misses on her second, but it has to roll dexterity saving throw for her thing. It fails, so it does take some damage as a lightning bolt or like this static bolt moves from one of the tips of her pointed ears and zaps this thing on the other shoulder. Deals a little bit of damage. As she's gnashing her teeth. And she's like, "Stay still!" That is Hurt's turn. Machete, it's your turn.
I will take an arrow to the one that I lashed out at me. So the one on the left there.
Cool.
That's 15 to hit.
You got it.
Does that...
That hits.
Excellent.
This is you. This is all I had. Sorry. You're
That's
a cat person.
It's okay. How's it looking?
How much damage? I'm sorry?
Oh, I'm sorry. That'd probably be helpful to tell you.
I hit it. How does it look?
12 points of piercing damage.
Okay, you got it. It looks, it's okay. You hit it. The arrow, like, pierces where its heart would be, but it keeps coming.
Oh, fuck this thing. I'll take another arrow to it.
You got it.
That's 16 to hit. So
That
it
hits.
hits. And then that's another 13 points of damage to it.
Okay. It's looking hurt now as you shoot it and then you're like, oh fuck this thing. And you shoot another arrow, put 2 arrows right center mass. It does take a moment and like lean for a bit before it stands back up. It's hurt, but it's still coming.
Okay. Before I forget, object interaction, pull the face mask on.
You got it.
And then I will go into flanking with hurt and
You got it.
use my Kopesh to slash at the one.
Bonus action offhand attack. You got it.
Come on. All right, so that's 24 to hit.
24 hits. You got it.
And then that's 3 points of slashing damage. Where's the... Can you zoom out a little bit? Where's the tower
Absolutely.
at this point?
I'm sorry, you said 3, right? I just want to make sure I get this correctly. Okay. The tower is here.
Okay.
If it helps, I will come up a little bit.
Yeah, just to see, like, the angle and...
There. That's the tower.
All right. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's my turn for right now.
Okay. Okay, that's your turn then, Machete. It is then this guy's turn. Comes out from behind an alley, begins moving. Can only get there, but is going to try to spine at you, Machete.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Cool.
Yeah.
Ouchie.
That is another 18 points of piercing damage to you.
Oof. Okay.
That's as far as it can get. Oh, and I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw, please.
All right. That's 19.
19, that is a success. So you're not grappled or restrained.
Okay.
You're okay. And it can't hit you anymore. So that is its turn. Boom, boom. Okay, that one gets skipped. Yep. Nakano, you're up.
Okay. Could I move close to, like to the left of Tamara?
Yeah, you can if you'd like. So that's 5, 10, 15, and you'll say this is 20 feet.
Yeah,
If you want to get there, do you want to go closer or are
Yeah.
you good there?
I'm good there.
Okay.
And I could sneak attack, right?
Yeah, because you're talking about this
Because I
this
have-
one, correct?
Yeah.
Yep, because you have an ally that's within 5 feet. That's correct.
Oh. All right. So I'm gonna roll.
You don't get advantage unless you flank with it. But if you want to, you can get on the other side of it with Tamara and you have enough movement and flank with it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, and then you get advantage. You got
Okay.
it.
I have advantage now
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Boop, boop. There you go.
with my bonus, right?
I do a little happy hopping dance.
Do I get a bonus?
I mean, yeah, whatever your weapon attack bonuses and all that other stuff.
Yep.
It's just regular.
And
It's a
your-
regular blade of Haladriel attack. Yeah, but you
Your-
can if you hit, you'd get
Cool.
sneak attack. Yeah. At
Yeah.
advantage. What'd you get?
At advantage, I got 16.
16. That does not hit, unfortunately.
What?
Wait, I could roll
well-
again.
I thought...
Did you roll at advantage?
No, but I could on an attack roll, right? I could use lucky.
Yes, you could if you'd
but
like
you're,
to.
But you're
yeah.
also flanking, so you should...
Yeah, but
roll
if you
again.
did you roll your attack at advantage? Meaning, did you roll 2 d20s and take the higher of the two?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, but yes, you can use lucky if you want to roll one more time.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just mark that down. You used a luck point.
Yeah.
I got natural 20.
Mm.
Ah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Amazing.
That's the badass.
So you're gonna double
So-
all of the dice that you roll, meaning just roll that twice as many dice.
With the sneak attack on there. Holy
Yeah,
hell.
including
Sneaker snack.
Double your.
twice as many sneak attack dice.
So it looks like I have 5 die, and then double that.
Yep.
So roll 10 d6s, I guess.
That's gotta
Well,
feel
whatever
Three,
your blade of
four, five.
Haladriel is.
Yeah, it's
twice
5
as many blade of
d6.
Okay, so your sneak attack is 4d6, and then your blade of Haladriel is another d6, so that's 5. So 10 d6s plus your blade of Haladriel, or plus your dexterity bonus, plus +1 for blade of Haladriel. So I guess that's
Yeah.
10d6 plus 5.
Yep.
Waste
There you go.
this fucker.
Get it.
Oh.
Roll all those dice at once.
1, 2,
Feel the
3,
power.
4, 6, 7, 8. Ooh.
Yeah.
It's a heavy roll.
5, 10, 15, 25, 45.
45?
Fuck
Is that the
yeah.
highest damage yet? It's gotta be, right? That's nuts.
I think that's
Oh
my
my
highest roll.
God. So here's what happens, Nakano. So let me narrate this for you. You were right over here, and or ish here, and you ran over here, did like a backflip, and then ended up over here on this side without looking at the creature. Then just flipped your sword around your head to and sliced it, and put it back in its sheath. And very cool people don't look at explosions when it happens. This reborn just stops before its face just is sliced in half, slides off, and falls, and it falls dead. And then you turn around and you wink at Tamron.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's great.
Great. That was you still have a bonus action, and but you're out of movement, but you still have bonus action if you want it. Oh wait, remember you have that whales from the crypt thing ability. When you kill something with when you kill something with sneak attack, you get to do like half as much sneak attack damage to something else.
It's within like
What's that
so
ability?
many
Evasion?
feet.
No, it's
Is
like
it evasion? No.
No. It's
The
whales from the
grave.
Grave.
crypt.
Oh, from the ground.
Yep.
From the
Screams from underneath.
screams from the past from the
Screams
of hell.
from the past.
dead.
From the catacombs.
from the crypt.
Ooh, the catacombs.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
All right, so
those screams.
so what does it do? It
Roll half the number.
So you did a
roll
natural
half the
20.
number.
So go ahead and roll 5d6, and you get to do it to at that much damage to any other creature that's within 30 feet of you.
Yeah, the second creature takes damage, right?
Yeah. So you get to pick the like
Okay.
one of these other
1,
two
2,
here
3.
and do 5d6
Yeah.
damage to them
Fuck yeah.
as the spirit of this thing this plant like humanoid thing that you killed exits goes "Ah!" and just travels like ghost like through that creature. And it's interesting too because with it comes out with its head sliced open, and your phantasmal sword, ghostly sword, comes with it too. Very Lotor style, the ghost army deal, and comes through, and you get the echo of your attack onto it.
Can I just say this was
Okay,
an excellent
20.
20 points of damage to which one? Do you want the damaged
Yeah.
Blossom Reborn over
The
here, or
one-
do you want
To
this one?
the blossom.
Yeah, okay, cool. That one's already pretty damaged. 20 points. Let's
Yeah.
see. It's exactly how many hit points it had left.
Holy crap.
So Nakana goes up there,
Jesus
does a
Christ.
backflip, doesn't look, slice this thing head off. The spirit of this
I think I'm gonna
this
need a
thing
break after
disgorges from the esophagus, this now open esophagus from this creature, screams, spins, and then enters this Blossom Reborn right here that then shakes for a moment and quivers before it looks up, makes eye contact with you, Nakano, and then just explodes into a bunch of just a burst of viscera.
Jesus
my God.
Christ.
Best use of a luck point to date, I think. Almost.
Yeah.
Or one of the best. Top 10 for sure.
Yeah,
That was amazing.
And then Nakano
that was gnarly.
does a little wiggle. It's a surprise. Celebrating. Gives you Tamarin that wink. Okay, cool. That is then Tamarin's turn. Tamarin?
Can you zoom out a little bit? Is that
Absolutely.
the only guy that's like
That you can see?
that we
Yeah.
see?
Where would you like me to go?
No, that's it. I mean, there's nobody else that we can see right now, right?
Do you want to take a minute to try to look around?
I guess so. I'll just kind of run to the left and just kind of peek down the road and see if anybody else is like coming.
Okay, cool. You want to like go over there?
Whoa! No, I don't want to go near the guy.
Oh, you want to go there?
Yeah, like let me just peek around the corner. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, cool. Great.
Even one square back if I could.
Okay, sure.
No,
Go ahead.
no. On that square, but isn't there a square back towards the water the other way?
This
No,
way?
towards us. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh no, I guess not. Yeah, that's it.
You
So
afraid?
here
Yeah.
or here? On the stone? or on
Most
the
of my
dirt?
my attacks
Dirt.
are range anyway. On the dirt. Sorry.
Okay, you
I
got
thought
it.
there
you
was
got it.
I thought there was one more square towards the water.
No, you can see like the line right here.
Yeah,
and
that's
here,
it.
and
Yeah,
then-
yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's cool. You're gonna peek down the road here. Great. Why don't you? Here's what I'll say. I'll say as a bonus action, you can do a perception check and like really like get a lay of the land. Okay.
Look at all these dice in my tray. Here, these are yours, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Is this one yours?
No. Purple and red. Thanks.
As you kind of peer down the road.
11.
11. You think for a moment you see some movement maybe over here somewhere, on like the roof of something
Where?
like that. I'm sorry. Yeah, right. You can't see my thing or maybe around here.
Okay.
And you hear something coming from over in this direction,
Okay.
but you don't see anything.
I'm gonna-
The
How far away is that rooftop from me?
Okay. The rooftop, this one right here. Yep. I would say let's find out.
What do we know? Do we know things? Let's find out.
Yeah. That is 45 feet. No, I'm sorry. 19
Great,
times
okay.
5 is about 95 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna lightning bolt in that direction, getting the guy that's on the ground in that range as well.
Okay, so in order to do that, you're going to have to be along this line. Does that make sense? Because it goes in a straight line.
Yeah.
So
Has
somewhere
that guy been
along this
injured
line.
yet?
I don't believe so. No, he is not.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to be either you're gonna have to go either to this square, or I'll give you like this square, or if you want to push Machete out of the way.
Yeah, I'll do a little
Good.
step.
Can I push Machete out of the way?
Yeah.
Sure.
Here you go, buddy. Here you go.
Sure.
There you go.
Like for this scenario, yeah, sure. You just come up and you go like, "Excuse me," and then Machete's like, "All right, geez."
I just gotta line this up. I gotta line this
Yeah,
up.
no, I get it. The angles, you've got to get the right shots. Man. It's
Cool, and you're gonna fire your lightning bolt. You're gonna you have to squat down. Almost, I would say you have to go prone for this in order to get the angle so that you hit the head of this thing in order to get up there.
I'll stand
yeah.
over Tammy's body so that like protective cover for him.
Sure,
basically.
why not? Sure, you straddle him full Gangnam style, and you fire the lightning bolt. You got it.
8d6.
So from
1.
between your legs comes a lightning bolt from Tamarin's hands. Yeah. 8d6. Yeah, let me roll a dexterity saving throw for this. That dude fails.
How about a 1d6, please?
What?
Can I borrow a D6?
Oh.
This does feel like Wild West kind of shootout.
Yeah,
for
let me
some
see if I can
reason.
get the
Yeah, it
angle
does,
that
right?
kind of looks
Yeah.
like here. Yeah, like, and then just looking up here. So you're like on the ground. Looking up here. Sorry. Ooh. Whatever. I can't get it. Doesn't matter. But yeah, you're shooting up to there from here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did I hit anything up there?
Well, why don't you roll your damage? What'd you get?
25 damage.
25 damage. You do the full amount of damage as you just immerse this creature's head, right here, this creature's head in the guy that's right next to you. Let's pull out. Yeah. You just immerse the creature's head right here in your lightning bolt. So you do all of the damage to that. That was this dude, 25 points of damage. You do then see, as you're on the ground, looking up there, see something move from here. What you do see is like it dodged your lightning bolt entirely as it jumps up from behind that. Where did I put it? It jumps up from behind that. The roof tile.
Wait, it dodged it entirely? It can't do that.
Well, yeah, it gets hit, but it moved out of the way. So it's half damage.
Oh, okay.
Like
Okay.
I'm just saying, like for flavor
I
purposes,
see. Okay,
for
okay.
narrative. Yeah, but it is also quite large, as it is now on top of the roof. You do like completely destroy the tiling of the roof right over here, and it got like
Do I set
clipped
it on
by it,
fire?
but then morphs itself and is that what it does? It does it to
says,
it says
lightning
objects
ignites
that are
flammable
flammable.
objects in an area.
Okay, it is
that
not an
aren't
object,
being
it is a
worn or
creature.
carried. Okay.
Yeah.
But do I light the house on fire?
Yeah, you want to light the house on fire? Sure.
Is he on the house?
He's technically, due to his size, he is.
Is it my
but
house?
Is
Oh God.
is it your house? Let me see if I can find. Here we go. Lights. Here's some fire. I know. There we go. There's some fire. We'll put some fire here. How about that? There you go. Is it your house?
You don't know if it's your own house?
I'm deciding whether it's his house or not. It is not your house.
Okay. Yeah, light that some bitch up.
You
But
never
he like
liked
kind of
those
moves out of the
neighbors
way, like, and what it looks like is a massive, kind of like how you met the that big flower viney entity that was full of a bunch of corpses before. It's similar to
Yeah.
that, but it's not a flower and it's not full of corpses. It looks like it's just a massive, just writhing horror of reborn that are not like dead, but like moving in like a collective writhing horror.
Nasty.
But you do half damage to it, so it is going to take some damage. So 12 points of damage. Boom. All right, great. Anything else, Tammy?
Can I just slip my mask on?
Absolutely, you can slip your mask on. Nakano, you did not put your mask on, did you?
And
No.
back up towards the dock again.
Okay, I think you only have like that much movement
Sure. That's great.
because you used quite a bit of it. Oh wait, no, you went from here to here to here. Yeah, no, you can go to the. Yeah, you're good. Does that sound
That's good. Right there is fine. Yep.
Perfect. All right. Will that be it then for you, Tamron? Because that was bonus. Yeah. You're
Yes,
done.
sir.
Okay. First one, I believe. Yeah. They're dead. They're dead. Okay.
How's that one looking?
Hurt, but still okay. Okay, I'm just gonna move this so I get a better angle. Hopping on, coming from. Come on. No, I need you to.
I
do
forgot
the
for a
thing
while,
I'm
man.
asking you to do. Yeah, you gotta do that.
Using crazy man.
Crazy magic, yeah.
Crazy.
go.
It's all
There we
safe.
go. Boom. On climbing up on top of the roof here, you see another Blossomed Reborn, and they're going to whip one of their do things down at you, one of their vines, because I don't have fucking words. Fucking big boy time.
Which person are you?
At Hurt.
Ah.
Misses as Hurt in her fury is just jumping around, and it just didn't hit them. That's as far as it can go, so it's kind of stuck there. Yeah, it can't really do anything else. That is its turn. Scoop, it is your turn. You are.
How far does Call Lightning go?
Call
I
Lightning
assume it's
goes.
within range, that big dude.
Yeah, oh,
Or Lightning
The
of
60 foot.
yeah. Call Lightning is this bigger than that.
60 foot, right? So
This big. Yep. It's not enough for the big dude. It just is just short of the big dude.
Alright, that's fine.
But it is. This creature is within range right here.
just out of curiosity, is it just short, like 5 feet short of the big dude?
I would say 5-10 feet. Yeah, probably something like
If
that.
it's 5 feet, you could still hit the ground near him.
So I'm still able to hit him.
Yeah, I would say yes. I would say at the very edge of its range, it would get it in like the splash damage. Yeah.
Okay. I'll do that.
Okay. It needs to roll dex save, I think.
Yeah,
Natural 1.
Hey!
that's good because I was using Channel Divinity as well.
Oh, so full max damage. How much is that to it?
Full max damage is 40. 40.
40 points of damage.
Out of curiosity,
boom.
you were describing how there was clouds circling the sky earlier. Would you consider it cloudy/stormy conditions because of that?
The clouds disappeared when the flash happened.
Okay. Gotcha.
So almost like they were
I
heralding the
thought it was
approach.
too.
of
I was
that.
like, just maybe.
Yeah, it's almost like the clouds were like heralding the approach of it. Almost like it was like the universe and the dimension like sensing a rift coming, and then it snapped back. You know.
Gotcha.
So
cool.
I cast it at level 4, which is 550 damage then.
Oh, okay, you got it.
Because
That's
I completely
insane
forgot
amount of
that it
damage.
was level 3.
That's okay. So you do 60 points of damage to this thing as this lightning happens. You also, by doing that,
50.
5-0. Right, I was just counting how. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, 50 plus the 12 damage it did from the lightning bolt. It took 62 damage so far. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay,
sorry.
okay.
No, you're fine. How do I do that thing? Yeah, C. This is what I want. Yep, there we go. So you also set this part on fire now as well. So this house is quite a bit on fire.
This is fine.
Burn it down.
There you go.
Is that creature considered large?
That creature is huge. It takes up a 3x3
Okay.
space.
Okay, I'm just asking.
No, I was just telling. Okay. Anything else then? A scoop?
Actually, I use spiritual weapon at level 2.
Sure. Let's get
And-
up a spiritual weapon for you.
Why does it seem like you always get like 6 actions to do?
Yeah.
Well, you can use spiritual weapon.
I mean,
as a-
it's yeah.
There's a little needle. It's a bonus action, that's why.
He's a
Where do you
very
want your
wrathful
needle?
Cleric.
I want my baguette at one of the.
Your
one of
baguette?
the-
Okay, hold on. Let me get a baguette.
The pointiest of all bread.
Yes. Especially if it's been out for a day
Gotta
or
be a
two.
bread. I know there's bread somewhere.
Veil bread.
It's not gonna float though. Oh, whatever, it
There
doesn't
it is.
matter.
There's bread.
It's
There's
magic.
bread. Well, let's zoom in on the bread.
That was a lot
Get a
of
shot of that bread.
Let's get a shot of this bread, huh?
Yeah.
Got that.
Look at that bread. Let's get a shot of this bread. Actually, I think I can do.
Can you tilt it? Oh. Ooh, there you go.
I can do
yeah.
floating bread.
Yes.
Why? Why are you able to do that?
Ghost hoagie.
Fabulous.
Look at this thing.
And I'll stuff that.
That's
I'll
amazing.
stuff that Flora dude with some carbs.
You got it. Cool. Are you talking about
Yes.
which one?
Yep,
This
that
one?
one.
Okay, you got it.
Yep.
So, ghost bread. Come on.
Goes down his throat and makes him eat it.
Nom nom.
Give me my thing. There it is. Comes over here and makes him eat it. In his mouth. There we go. There we go.
This is
Perfect.
absurd.
There we go. Look at that. It's beautiful.
This is peak D&D. Yep.
Beautiful.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
Cool. Roll your attack.
I gotta say, I'm impressed with Tailspire for allowing us to do this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you do so. You hit it for sure.
Oh, I hit it. And that is.
Wait, I want to see if I can make it not blurry. Hold on.
Nom nom nom.
This is hard. Hold on.
There you go. It's
10 points of damage.
10 points.
That's good enough. 10 points of damage. You got it.
10 points.
It's hard to control this thing. 10 points of damage. Okay, it is still up, but it is hurt quite a bit.
That is fine.
That's what you get with the stale bread.
That is fine.
Okay, a scoop. At the end of your turn, then, you hear coming from up the tower, the individual speaks. Whoop. Quickly! Get to me! Come on! It's safe up here! It is then... Oh, you don't know. Okay. Oh, I know exactly what's going on here now.
Do we trust that guy? Dang.
You made of flowers, right?
Well, no, the guy in the sky.
Yeah, isn't he? Doesn't he have the sickness?
Not that you've noticed.
Oh, I thought you said he did.
No, just blue person in different robes. Blue dragonkin, blue Drakesh in different robes than you.
Oh, I misunderstood. Okay. Yeah, we got to get up there.
All right.
You also then notice those of you that are here, which is all of you, look this way and you see crawling out of the crevasses and the alleys at this end of the island are 3 more blossomed reborn.
Let's go.
You mean
Okay.
leave?
So we've got purple on one side,
Yeah, I think
reborn
so.
on the other. This is
I'll
gonna
just
be a
like
good
leave
day.
entirely.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to try to get through the purple?
No.
Okay.
I was just... No,
Right, I
that's
forgot about that.
imminent death. That is clearly imminent death. This is like maybe
Forgot
we
about
can
the
dodge
god
things.
in our way.
To invest.
Okay, if I am correct, then that's dead. So it's a Hurt's turn. Hurt is going to start to run this way. Start to run this way and say, "For glory!"
Oh God.
Hurt. No.
No, hurt.
She
No.
turns back. She's like, "What?"
Don't do it.
Not that one. Get the
Stop.
one over there.
We're
Get
gonna-
this guy.
Okay.
No. Okay, good.
And she's gonna attack this thing. Misses the first one. Hits on the second one. shocks it with the bolt. Does a decent amount of damage to it. It's like, die, die, die! And she's just stabbing and stabbing and stabbing. Give me that bread! And she tries to grab your spiritual weapon, and she can't really get a hold of it. So she's like biting into it, but there's nothing there because it's like ethereal. And ghost bread, ghost hoagie. Does 13 points of damage to it. Okay, it is then Michene's turn. You're right here, madame.
All right. I have a plan. So I'll run 40 feet as far as I can, or about as far as I can. Try to get a little leverage, like high ground, maybe on one of the boxes or something. My goal is to try to get a good, clear line of sight with a bit of the ground or something of the floating tower.
Okay, let's. I think I understand what you mean. You want to like look up. I'm not sure how. I can't really like look up.
Yeah.
But I will. Yeah, I can't really look up. I don't think. Yeah, it's okay. But it's okay. But I would say you want to move 40 feet. Do you want to climb onto the roof of a building?
That might help a little bit.
Here's what I'll say. You can do this if you want to. You said you wanted to go on boxes.
Or something. I'm just trying to get a little bit higher if possible.
You can vault onto this and then onto that.
Okay.
So do you want to do something like that?
Yeah, that works.
And then if you want, you still have more feet. You still have like another 20 feet. I'd say if you want to, you can try to jump onto the roof of this. If you want to just vault from here to here, from here, like this edge of the roof to this edge of the roof.
I'll try using some parkour.
Yeah, okay. I'll say you can do athletic or acrobatics.
Okay.
Because this is only like a 10-foot thing.
Full speed, running, run.
Do you parkour?
12?
12. Okay, you do make it, but you're like clinging here, and you do have to use the rest of your movement to get up from prone. So this is the end of your movement. This is all yours.
Okay, that's fine. What I'm going to do then at that point is use my object interaction to tie some of the spelunking equipment to an arrow, and then use my action to take aim at the ground, the tower. Basically.
I understand. Yes. Okay, cool. So it's interesting what you see at the bottom of the tower. The bottom of the tower looks like there is a floor made out of wood. It almost looks as if you were in a tower that had multiple floors and you looked up at the ceiling, which is the floor of the next floor. That's what you see. But you also see hanging around the perimeter where there is like stones. I did it again. There is stones and like blocks. Some actually dangle below. Like there's a part of the wall that's snapped off. It almost looks like part of the top of a tower snapped off and then went floating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's not like clean flat. There's bits hanging down. But yeah, so there's a wood bottom. So yeah, you could absolutely try to get something into there.
So yeah, and basically what I would try to do, I recognize that the rope that I have is only 50 feet in length. I know.
Oh, let's find out.
I know that. Yeah, let's find out how far it is first.
It is. Well, I guess I can't really. It's not letting me really. Is that right? Hold on, I know what to do. There we go. That's better. I would say it's 50 feet. You need twice as much to get there. It's 100 feet away from you.
Okay. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. I have trick up my sleeve for next time.
Okay.
I'll still take the shot, and then the rope, if
will
it lands,
dangle. Okay.
it'll dangle.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
How because the rope will be dangling. How high is that spot from just
from the
perpendicular?
ground?
Yes.
Let's find out. I'd say somewhere around here to the ground. I know perspective is weird. It looks to be about 60 feet up in the air.
Perfect.
Or
Okay.
maybe, no, a little bit more. I'd say about 80. It's hard to get a good perspective here. Yeah, I'd say about 80. Like I said before, I think when you came out of this
That's
island,
fine.
it's 80 feet up in the air. Yeah.
That's fine. Okay. So
Okay.
I'll take the shot. Come on. All right, that's 24.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Next time, just run towards there. Next,
Cool.
as
So
soon as you can.
to give you an idea as to exactly where that is dangling from, it is dangling onto the roof of this building right here.
Okay.
I would say the rope is 50 feet. The building is about 20 feet up in the air. The rope is about 10 feet above the roof of this building.
That's okay.
Make sense?
Yep.
Cool.
Cool. And then, so that was. Will you allow that to be a
That was one of
attack?
your attacks, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because you just shot an arrow.
Yeah.
You used a free object interaction to tie and do, yeah, you're fine.
I spin around, take a shot at the person
Riding
that's
horror or
the-
this guy.
no, the guy that's next to.
This guy. The baguette boy.
I
Hoagie Monster.
Hokey monster. The guy on the roof, let's say.
Okay. Lost Reborn on the roof. You got
Yeah.
it. Go ahead.
Bonus action, I'll use channel my other selves.
You got it. Tap into your multi-dimensional.
14.
14 is exactly a hit.
Awesome. And that's about 30 feet away, right? Just to make sure that I'm
Let's find out. Oop. Yeah.
awesome. That'd be not so great, but that's okay. That's 9 points of force damage.
9 points of force damage. Boom. Great. Nice shot.
Yeah, we'll keep there then. Go!
Okay.
I got you covered.
Okay. It is then Hoagie Boy's turn. Hoagie Boy's going to turn and attack Hurt right here. Whoop. Foop. You got it. An attack. Hurt. Meh. Hits, yeah. Okay, Hurt's gonna, but she's raging, so she's not gonna take a whole lot of damage here.
Like,
Okay. Just to roll this. Okay. She does take quite a bit of poison damage, though, now. Because as it bites her. Okay. Okay. It's then... Yeah, gonna mace whip attack her. Oh my god, natural 20.
good thing she's angry little girl.
Woo! She looks pretty messed up. She also looks like her body kind of goes slack. And her arm starts, and she drops one of her daggers as she puts her hand up and caresses the face of the critter, of the reborn that's there, and just says, "You're so beautiful."
No. That's an ugly motherfucker. She's not beautiful. Stop it.
That is then the writhing horror's turn. This guy over here. Ooh, what happened there? There we go. Don't know why that was up there. Wonderful. This thing is going to oof. Big boy. What's the distance here? Going the distance. Come on, damn it. I just want a regular distance. Please be straight. Thank you. And then to you. That's 50 feet. Okay, cool. You see it reach out to you and like whip half of its entire body toward you as reborn upon reborn, very Jacob's Ladder style, go and
Whoa,
monkey
that's
chain
gross.
themselves
Very
along
gross.
each other as they all throw out their own vines, which then are attached to another reborn, which throw on their vines, and they just monkey daisy chain Jacob's Ladder towards you, and they just fold in all over yourselves until a reborn ends up right next to you. Its whole head splits in half, South Park Canadian style, and just boom, clamps down on your arm. That is an 18 to hit you.
That is my armor class.
Okay, it hits you. I need you to roll a strength saving throw.
Yeah.
I'm so good at those. I'm so good. Come on. Actually, not bad. 18?
18 just saves. It tries to yank you off and pull you all the way towards it. But you are going to take 27
Does that mean
points
it goes
of
into fire as well?
you are going to take 27 points of piercing damage. No, it doesn't move. It doesn't move. All it did was throw its arm. It threw its arm like 50 feet towards her, like through its form, 63, like a ranged attack, but like tethered to itself and was going to pull her back. Almost like grappling hook, amoeboid Jacob's Ladder style. So, are you still up?
Barely.
Okay.
Barely. I'm still up.
It
I'm like,
retracts the thing as it shockwaves back into it. It then restabilizes itself a little bit. It's going to, I think, I think it's going to. What it does is it moves kind of like Venom, that Venom Ichor thing, where it like moves and then like amoeboid style. So it pseudopods itself, like undulates onto this other roof here. And then the rest of its body kind of follows through. So there's like an arc where its body just deforms and goes over and then connects. And then the other one follows that trail. And it goes right over there. It then is going to, because it's now close enough all to you, it's going to like bend over, lurch inward, and then continually unfold like inside, like when you're kneading dough and you're unfolding it from the inside like Play-Doh. And it's going to do that as more and more faces of the Reborn just keep surfacing from its form, and they all just shriek in just a blood-curdling scream, and more keep coming out and then being folded back in, and there's just this like wave of undulating screams. I need everybody to roll wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
this is a scream, not a pollen effect, correct? So
This is a fear effect.
excellent. Not really excellent, but you know.
How'd you do?
You do.
11.
Can I understand what it's saying?
17.
I got 17 too.
11.
Fuck.
I lied. It's 22.
Do I get a second shot?
You could use a lucky if you'd like.
I can bend luck for her.
I think can you can use a lucky on attack rolls, saving throws, and skill checks. So yeah,
Yes, on saving throws.
How many luckies do you have?
3?
she has 2 left. She had
Two
3 total.
left.
She used 1 already.
3 total.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
15, 16.
16. Okay.
That's good.
With everybody wisdom saving throws all around. What'd you get?
17.
17. Okay.
22.
22. And Michelle?
5.
5. Okay.
Oh.
Tamron?
17.
17. Okay. Tamron, Nakano, and Misheni, you are now afraid of this thing. You are suffering from fear. This is the object of your fear. It means you cannot move closer to it. And anytime as long as it's within line of sight, as long as you can see it, you have disadvantage on attacks.
Wait, I'm
all
afraid
attacks.
of it too?
And ability
Yeah.
checks.
With a 17?
Yep. Doesn't save.
Jesus Christ.
Do you want to use bend
It's
luck?
pretty scary. I don't. Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
And it was disadvantage on all attacks.
Ability checks and attacks as long as it's in line of sight, and you cannot move closer to it. Like even like you cannot
19.
have the that's a success. You are not afraid. So, but Nakano and Misheni are afraid. I need to roll for hurt. A natural 20. She's not afraid either, but she's got something else going on. So yeah.
What did you decide if I could understand it or not?
Right. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to roll something for me. Can you roll a nature check for me?
Sure. All right, come on. 11.
11. You don't. So you don't like as far as words you don't understand. I would say you grasp the vague sense of an emotion from this, which is. It's almost like apologetic, but at the same time, not fully aware. And it seems, I want to say it seems mindless and just lashing out, but it seems tormented at the same time.
Okay.
But it also feels like it's like self-defense, like survival mode too. At the same time,
Right.
it's weird.
It seems like a really scared animal, but it just doesn't. It's mindlessly flashing out. Something like that.
It's pretty accurate, yeah. Okay. Sorry. Then that is its turn. It did its legendary action. Oh no, it did its. Yeah. Okay. Cool. It did its thing. It is then Nakano's turn. Yes.
So I get disadvantage of attacks now.
As long it's within the object of your fear is within line of sight, meaning as long as this writhing horror, you have a line of sight to it, like you can see it at all. Like it doesn't mean if you turn around. No, it means like as long as there's not something interposed between you and it.
Come on, guys. It's not that bad.
All right.
But it's really scary.
So I could move to the right, like further down.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you want to
fine.
try to move, I would say about here. It's up too. So I'd say no, it's up really high. So I'd say you'd have to go around the building. Like you'd have to be over here and have the wall of the building blocking your vision in order to really not see it anymore.
Okay.
But that means you're going towards the 3 Blossom Reborn that just came up that way.
Yeah, I know that. Let me climb on top of the
Here?
of the yep,
Yeah, okay, you got it.
on top.
Here's what I'll say. Again, you cannot move closer to this. So meaning you have to maintain that distance with it, meaning you have to like move in like around it, around its
Am I allowed to
radius. So
speak to her if it's not my turn?
if you want to say something that's only a very like just a handful of words.
Stay closer to me.
Where are you?
He's right
behind.
here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm backing away, crawling.
Okay, you're kind of like moving in this direction.
Yeah.
I'd say you can be next to Tamron if you want to.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I
do you
could use
want-
I
Go
use my short bow.
Yep.
attack.
Which one do you want to shoot?
The one with the bread.
The one with the bread. You got it.
Good boy.
Okay. It is at disadvantage because you can still see the writhing horror. But yeah, go ahead.
At disadvantage.
2 and then take the lower.
Yeah.
It also means no sneak attack.
13.
Oh,
They're
okay.
both 13.
All right, great. So no sneak attack,
Spooky.
unfortunately, because you have disadvantage. But yes, you hit.
Yeah, I know that. So. just
Oh wait,
regular,
13 total, or that's 13 plus like 5, right?
Ye-
Or some shit. 7. I don't remember.
7.
Yeah, so
So
that hits.
20.
20, yeah.
No sneak attack. But then without sneak attack, then that's d6 plus.
It's just the short bow damage plus your dexterity modifier.
Oh. So just plus 4, and then.
Yep.
So 7.
7 points of damage to Hoagie boy.
Yeah.
You got it.
Didn't even make it move.
And you, whoops. What the heck? What's going on here? Why did it do that? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Whoops. Stop doing that, please. Okay, please stop doing that.
Ooh, them buildings are bouncy.
There you go, and you hit him. Good job. All right. That's it then.
Bless you.
Nakano, is that it?
That's it.
Okay, cool. Tamron, you're up.
Alrighty. I'm going to cast Fly at 4th level and give it to Nakano and a scoop.
Okay. You got it. So both of you now.
And since Scoop's not afraid, I'll look at him and say, get Mashani to safety.
You got it. They both are floating and flying now. And you're
And
concentrating on that. You
y'all-
didn't do it to yourself, right?
No. And I'll just
Okay.
say go as fast as you can.
Okay, cool. Crazy magic. See if it happens.
Y'all can move 60 feet.
Yes. Now, a Scoop and Nakano have a 60-foot fly speed.
And then I would like to
It's crazy.
try to grab Hurt and retreat down the dock.
Okay. You
I also
can
have to,
do
I
that.
had to have touched a Scoop too, so I don't know how.
Right. So I'd say you would move 5 feet, and then I'll
How
just say
much?
5 feet back.
5.
So 10 feet. So you could do
Okay.
5. I'll just say the diagonals are fine for right now because everything's moving. So you can grab Hurt and move back to where you were standing and bring Hurt with you.
Great. Perfect.
Great. You got it. But Nakano and a Scoop are now flying. Tamron, did you roll your
Did I
to see
take
if
an
you do
attack of
crazy magic?
opportunity?
Right.
I did
No, because
roll
you
my
were not
crazy
but
magic
within
check.
5 feet
But Hurt?
within it.
What about her?
Oh wait,
But
no,
what
it does
about
have a reach. Hurt was forced movement because
But I
you
was
dragged
never
her away.
engaged, so
No, but one of their melee attacks has reach, meaning that yes, you would get a spine attack, but Hurt wouldn't because she didn't leave the threatened range, and 2, she had forced movement when you dragged her away. I do want you to roll a strength check to see if you can pull Hurt away.
okay.
And the the spine attack on you, the attack of opportunity misses.
7.
7. Okay.
Is she resisting me?
Yeah, she's under the influence.
Yeah, but she's like, I'm like, yeah, let's go. Let's get flower stuff over here. I'll be a flower person.
Okay,
over
so
here.
then instead of a strength roll or persuasion.
Should I
At
re-roll
disadvantage
or do I
because
take
she
the
is. Reroll. You go ahead. Reroll, but at disadvantage because she is under the influence.
Helen's crazy, y'all.
You have to beat her strength.
Persuasion or deception? Did you say?
Either one, I would say.
Right. Persuasion is 18.
18. That beats her athletics roll, even though she rolls it higher at advantage because she's raging still. So yeah, you're able to be. She's like, okay, we're gonna go get stuff for the nice man.
Yeah.
Right, water. We should go get some water, because he needs
Yeah,
water.
let's do that. Yeah, that's
So
good.
beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
So beautiful. You're pretty too.
Oh, thanks. You're not too bad yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Classic wink.
You're too old for me, though.
Yeah, that's true.
That's weird. Aren't you like my dad or something now? Like,
I think so.
you shouldn't say such things.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. That is it then for Tamron. The top of the round. You see the individual that sits up the top of the tower go like, oh! Look down as like people are flying and things shut, and he goes like, oh, I can help. I can help. And just runs down the tower and disappears. That is then. Whoo, a lot of this is happening now. This one is going to come down here, right about right here, and going to first Vine Whip you, Nakano. That is a 17 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. And can you please roll a dexterity saving throw?
Okay.
5 plus 4, 9.
26.
26. You are not grappled or restrained, but you do take 11 points of piercing damage. And it is then going to inhale and an exhale in a cone as it moves one step closer. To get both Tamron and Nakano a bunch of spray of sakura petals. I need you to roll, both of you roll Constitution saving throws for me.
What
guys
does the
put on a
mask
mask?
do again?
Oh, wait, you have the mask on.
Advantage, I think.
It gives you advantage, yeah. Nakano, you don't have the mask on.
I'm a rebel.
Constitution saving throw.
Added.
Oh,
go ahead.
16.
16, Nakano, you are not under the influence of the sakura petals.
22.
Yeah.
24.
Tamron, you both you and Nakano resist
22.
the petals as you put your hands over your mouth, even though you still have the mask, and they do not affect you. Boom. It will make one more Vine Whip attack on you, though, Nakano. Natural 20.
Good.
Yeah, that hit.
That's 23 points of piercing damage. You still up?
I'm up.
Okay. And that's its turn. It's done then. Scoop, it is your turn. You
So
are
if I move-
you are floating and flying.
If I move past the dude, is it gonna do a opportunity attack?
You can just fly around the guy.
Yeah, you could fly up
Not
and
sure.
then over.
It's threatened area. Let me see. Yes, you will. It has a ranged melee attack. It has reach for one of its ranged melee attacks. So it would get an opportunity attack on you. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna say no, and cast Step of the Misty to get out of that opportunity. And go
Sure.
straight for Machete.
And go straight. Okay, you're going to go 30 feet in her direction. You got it.
It's 60. Is it?
Well, 30
Yeah.
for
No,
your,
30
your
30
step
for-
of Misty.
So for
and
the
then-
speed of the
Oh,
wind,
for
the
Misty.
step for the foggy step.
Oh,
So you're going to do that. You're going to teleport so you don't get
Foggy Foot.
attacked.
I got some
to
wet
just-
feet sometimes.
to the air right here. So it puts you like right here
And you still have
as you
60 feet.
teleported to the air, and you still now have 60 feet of movement, just regular movement. And also, if you wanted to use your action to dash, that would bring you to a grand total of 120 feet of fly movement.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm going to go. How far is Machete from that point?
I would say about 45 feet.
Okay. Can I scoop?
Would
Can
you
I
like to do?
scoop her up and? Can I scoop her up and
And
take her to safety? I guess.
sure,
I
where
guess
do you want to go?
Cover.
To I'm sorry, to what?
Actually. Can I just scoop her up and just go as high as possible?
Yeah, sure. You'll be moving at half speed because you'll be carrying a thing. But if you're willing to be picked up by him, great. Yeah. Okay. So you move 45 feet over to Machete. You pick up Machete. So I'm gonna
Machete.
you scoop Machete. You got it. And both of you. I don't think I can select both of you at the same time. I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can. Nope.
Gotta wear me as a hat.
But and you just want to go straight up.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to use your action to move as well? To
Oh, I
move
thought that
further?
was my action.
No. It's your.
Just your
The
movement.
Misty
Yeah,
Step,
it's
though,
it's
isn't that
like
an
a
action?
count. Misty
No,
Step
that's
is a
bonus
bonus.
Oh,
Foggy
yeah.
Step is a bonus.
I'll use the call of the lightning.
Okay, so here's the deal. You will only be able to move up 10 feet because that's
fine.
all you have because you're moving at half speed and that's all you have for your movement. So you're going to
That's
move up
perfectly
10
fine.
feet there
Very nice.
and you're there. And then, yes,
Nice.
you can use the bolt call, the weatherman call on this thing if you'd like,
I shall.
or on any of these other things.
On the spoopy dude.
All right, on the writhing horror, you got it. Okay, I need to roll then a check. That is a 15 dexterity saving throw.
Oh, you failed.
Okay.
He's
And
alive,
guess what?
cleric.
Guess what? 50 damage.
Okay.
Channeled the
As you channel the power of your deity.
Okay, you could just fight this down.
Right, because you can do it twice now that you're level 8, right?
Yes. Yes.
Awesome.
He's extra spicy.
This massive first there's a small Tesla coil that like begins in the clouds that are creating this storm that Scoop has made, and then this small little like nest style like PK flash like little tiny thing from like homebound thing starts to come down before it goes. It almost like it looks like it snuffs out before there's like a small flash of and this. Oh, I want to say like almost like a 15-foot diameter bolt just crashes into this thing, and just a whole part of its form is just embers as it begins to reform itself with less constituent material. Nicely done. You also set fire to pretty much the entire building. So I have to do that now.
Tamara's building?
Is it Tamrin's home?
No.
No,
Oh,
that's
that
too
one
big.
too.
Yeah, this one's like almost entirely on fire. This one's too big to be Tamrin's home. Yeah, no, Tamrin.
Oh no, Uncle
had
Joe.
a humble. Oh, is this your family home?
Oh no.
Don't do this.
It is
to me.
not your family home.
Yeah,
Your family home is next door,
It's like
right here.
Well, hopefully
Oh,
he
I'm
doesn't
sorry,
get
right
next
here.
door.
I'm sorry. A Scoop and Macheni have been on top of Tamrin's family home,
That's my hat.
Nice.
I
Don't
can
say
see your
that.
house
which
from
looks
here.
ruined.
I'm sorry.
Okay, cool. A Scoop. That's your action, bonus action. You did it. All of that bit, all of your movement. That brings us then to these Blossom Reborn that are going to come. Okay, here's the deal. 2 attacks on Hurt. That's a hit.
Hurts isn't
That's a
Hurt a
miss.
friend of theirs now?
That's a good point.
Right.
All right. 4 attacks on Tamrin. It's 1 a hit.
You have to do concentration checks for each one of these.
Yep.
Wait, how do you know it's a hit?
Does a 23 hit you?
No.
Yes, it does.
Okay. I didn't want to waste time asking.
Well, I
Oh.
also have shield.
Was that the roll? Was those,
Oh, I
were-
understand.
Were those,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. What?
were those the rolls you gave Hurt? Or are you just re-rolling?
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, it's the same number regardless because
okay.
it's they add the same bonus, so it's the same number. 2 miss, and I'm rolling the 4th one. That's a miss. So 2 miss, 2 hit. I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry. The one that hit was a 18. The one that wasn't a 23. Tamrin.
Then let me just use shield real quick.
Okay, you shield it. As you put up an arcane barrier between you and this one whip that's trying to hit you. One of them kind of pierces right through it and shatters a piece of the arcane barrier. All right. You're going to take some damage here. You take 13 points of piercing damage. I need you to roll a concentration check. You got to beat a 10.
All right, hold on. What is the concentration check? Is it
Concentration check is a
Dang, it's just
Constitution
straight.
saving throw.
Constitution saving? Oh, I should be
Yeah.
fine.
You have to beat a 10.
I'm fine.
Okay, cool. You
Got a
maintain
23.
concentration on the fly spell. You need to then roll a dexterity saving throw to see if you are grappled by the vine whip that hit you.
17.
You are not grappled by the vine whip and aren't pinned down. Amazing. Okay. Last 2 things because only 2 of them are within range. Both of them release Sakura sprays in your direction. Tamrin and Nakano. Tamrin, you can roll 2 Constitution saving throws, both at advantage. Nakano, I need 2 con saving throws.
These are coming from
Standard.
the different ones.
Yeah, they're coming from
Oh,
the 2
no.
new ones. This one and this one.
Okay.
First one is 9.
9, do you want to bend luck? Can you bend luck?
No, I'd like to use tides.
Okay.
Crazy tides.
If he
First one
turns into a
is
plant, what happens?
A natural 20.
You are not okay. So the first one you pass. Don't forget advantage for these for them.
Second is 15.
Wait, I get
15, you
advantage
pass.
too?
No, just
No, you don't
you're
have
not
mask.
wearing the mask.
So
What'd
first
you
one
get?
is 16.
That's a pass.
The second one's a 3.
That's a failure. Would you like to use your last luck point?
Absolutely.
You do have your mask on you if next turn you want to toss it on your face.
Yeah, might be a good idea.
That's a really good idea. I got lost in the blanket. That doesn't count.
Ah!
Oh, I don't like that. What is it?
Oh, I got a 4.
A natural 1 for a 4. Oh no. Or okay. So
No,
Nakano.
she rolled a 3.
I
Okay.
rolled a 4.
Wait, so what is the total?
I rolled a 3.
Constitution
but I got a
saving.
4.
Okay. Yeah.
So what is the total? Oh, your total
Yeah,
is 4?
he has +1 to Constitution saves, so it's +4. So, Nakano, you are now under the influence of the slave blossoms.
Is it a spell?
It is an ability. It's actually like it's not really even an ability. It's more like an infection or an invasive species than anything else. It is not a
Okay.
spell. Is it? But it is an ability that they use. They don't cast anything.
Shit.
Okay. That is all of their turns. Boom, boom, boom. Now we have Hurt's turn. Hurt is under the influence, but she is doing whatever you tell her, so she just passes her turn. She's just going to take the dodge action. It is then Macheni's turn.
Hoist me a scoop. Hoist me.
Hoist me.
Like little cheerleader kind of hoist.
Okay, did you want to like hold an action or something?
No, I mean he's literally holding me. Would it be possible for him just to shift me slightly?
In what way? I'm not.
All
quite
I'm
clear
trying to
as what
do.
it is
So
you're
my
asking.
overall goal is to be able to aim at the horror and aim well.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine. Yeah, you
Okay.
can aim. Yeah,
That's all.
you're not really impeded too much by being
Yeah,
carried.
it
You're
was
okay.
just a slight like.
Yeah, sure. Just like reposition and go like, oh,
Yeah.
let me switch arms. Sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm quivering. I pull back my bow as I look.
Quivering,
on the
you reach for
thing.
your quiver.
Yes. Come on. 15 to hit.
15 hits. Yeah, big thing, hard to miss.
All right. That's 7 points of damage.
Okay,
Bonus.
it's looking rough.
Bonus action. Channeling my other selves, and then I'll take another shot. 21 to hit.
21 hits.
That is 10 points of force damage.
Okay, still up. Not looking great.
I find a little bit more extra muster in me because I hate this fucking thing. It's terrifying. And sorry, gotta put you out of your misery, you little cunt sucker. I don't know.
Oh,
That was a nat 1.
oh no!
That's
Karma.
fair. So do I need to like roll damage for hitting a friend?
There's really nothing to hit, but here's what I will say: you do hit. As you like try to pull back and everything, you do elbow a scoop in the face as you try to overdraw your bow. I'll say a scoop. Could you please roll a dexterity saving throw to maintain hold of Macheni as she like pretty much knocks you in the nose with her elbow?
Sorry.
12.
Okay, that's okay. You do. You have you like you do lose grip for a second, and then you like bend over, whoop, and then reach and pick her back up. She was like in free fall for like a quarter of a second.
Sorry. Take another shot. Damn it. One of them was a nat 20. Dirty 20.
That hits. Right, everything's at disadvantage because you're afraid.
And then 13 points of piercing damage.
13 points of piercing damage. Okay, still up, very hurt.
All right, that's all I can do.
You got it. It is then. We're going to do Hoagie Boy's turn. Hoagie Boy is going to get out of here, away from the Hoagie. As it looks, because he walks towards the hoagie, so it looks as the ethereal hoagie just keeps passing through his open mouth, but just comes out the other end, very like Casper eating a hoagie, and comes over to you, Tamron. Whoops.
Nah.
And is going to try to bite you twice. Oops. First one is a 16 to hit. Your shield is still up.
Shield. Oh, it is. Then yeah.
Yeah,
we're
it's up
good.
until the beginning of your next turn. So it doesn't hit. Okay.
We good.
That is a 18 to hit.
We good.
Ooh, okay. So it just gnaws at this arcane barrier between you and it cannot get through it. That then brings us to the writhing horror. That is going to try to do it the same thing again. Jacob's ladder, like grapple, unfolding arm
Is he on
pseudopod
fire
at
as
both
well?
of you. He's going to take, if he stays in that same area, he'll take fire damage at the end of his turn. Yeah. So that is it's going to be both of you because you're kind of occupying the same space. This is a 16 to hit.
Miss.
Does it hit you, a scoop?
It hits.
It hits the scoop. Okay.
I gotta
Scoop,
do it.
Can I use bend luck
I-
against the attack?
Do you have Ben Lux left?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a distance requirement for Ben Luck?
I don't know. I didn't write it down,
Given
Okay. Let's find
so
out.
I don't know.
Oh, you know what? Fuck it.
given some stuff.
I will make a decision here because we're not doing that anymore. Let me see if I can see. Let's find out. Did they know things? Let's find out. I'll say like 60 feet. Oh my God. My dude. It is 11 feet, 11 tiles. 60 feet is 12 tiles. I'll give it to you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
Well, it's to the
takes a-
horror anyway, not to them.
it's a -4, right?
Well, a D4.
Minus D4, right?
What's your AC, Scoop?
15.
Okay,
That's a -3 to the attack it misses.
that's a -4 to the attack.
A minus D4. I rolled it. It's just, oh, did you roll it? Okay, so I'm sorry.
Oh, I did. Well,
Sorry, it's okay. Doesn't matter. It misses either way. Great, amazing. So it reaches out and tries to do that. Can't. Is going to. It's going to use one of its other abilities and grab a piece of itself that has a bunch of writhing heads of these reborns and just lob it at you instead, rather than trying to pull you in. And it's almost like urchin-esque with how many these just like a ball of these heads that are all like around the sphere, and misses with this fucking thing. And so this sphere just goes. You guys just dodge through the air away this thing, and it reaches its like terminal velocity, or not terminal velocity, but it reaches its point in the top of its arc where it like slows down right before it falls, like right next to you guys. So it goes like la 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 la, and then begins to fall down and splats into the ground right after you. Okay, yeah, cool. Then that's Nakano's turn. Nakano, you are under the influence. So you don't really do anything with your turn. At the end of your turn, you can roll a whiz. Do I remember how that works? Let me make sure. Ba-da-dee-ba.
Right, because then wouldn't hurt also be rolling at the end of her turns?
No, it's right. That's not how it works. Covering the effect. Yeah. You can only repeat the saving throw if you're not within slave blossoms, but she's within those blossom reborn that give off the effect of the slave blossoms. So and hurt has been this whole time too. That's when, so they have to be moved away from the blossomed reborn, or any of the reborn pretty much, because they're all giving an aura of that. So yeah, Nakano, you just don't really do anything. What do you do as you are enamored with the reborn and the sakura petals? And
I look at Hurt and smile.
Okay, cool, sure. That's Nakano's turn. Tamron, you've got two
First
people
I'm
under
gonna-
the influence on either side of you.
Okay. I got this. It's cool. We good. A Scoop, can you come back and get Hurt? I shout.
Scoop can respond if he wants.
I can try.
He yells
I
into the air.
look over to Nakano. How would you like to go show that nice man upstairs your beautiful flowers?
What man?
She
Sound
says, "What
good?
man? What do you say?"
What man?
Oh, that nice man up in that tower there.
Uh-huh.
I think he needs to see how nice your flowers are.
They are pretty nice.
Don't you think? They're
Yeah, okay.
beautiful.
Here's what I'll say. Why don't you go ahead and roll a persuasion check?
Okay.
And yeah, you know what, Nakano? How many hit points do you have left?
10?
You have to beat a 10 with your persuasion.
Seven.
No.
7?
So close.
11.
Oh.
11.
Oh.
My
Oh,
persuasion is
okay, great,
7.
fantastic. Yeah, so Nakano, yeah, that seems like a pretty good idea, but you know.
Okay, let's go. And then I'm going to magic portal just up to where that guy was.
Oh, you're gonna open.
Boink.
I understand. You're gonna
Mhm.
open a threshold into another dimension.
Yes.
You
Gonna boink us up
got
there.
it. And you're gonna grab Nakano, and she's gonna come with you.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So both of you just fully disappear. Here, I'm gonna do it this way. I think I can do it this way. And you want to be up here. Boom. There you are. Where you can see. Let me back up here. He's not here anymore. Let me just get rid of him real quick. You go up to where he was. We'll say right here. Boom. There you are.
That's perfect.
And we'll grab Nakano as well. And you both walk through a tear in dimensions and then reappear here. Boom. There you are. You're up there.
Sweet.
Thank you. In real life, not game life.
No, Nakano's not under the influence, right? Because she's so far removed from all the.
No, that's not how it works. That means she gets to roll a saving throw at the end of her turn to come out of the influence.
Okay.
So,
There's possibilities.
Butthurt's down there, surrounded by about 5 reborn. So there we go. That's Tamron. That's your turn. Do you want to use your movement to try to go further down into the floating?
No, but I
building?
will try to just get the attention of that guy.
And that big
Okay,
contrast he
he
didn't.
wasn't there anymore. It
take
appears like
part.
he went down further into it because he said, "Oh, I can help," and he went down further into it, and you're
I'll
just
just
on
be
one
like,
of the
"Help."
walls.
Help me.
Okay, yeah, sure. Go I'm here. Okay, sure, you do so. That goes back to the top. Boom, 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 boom.
That big dude didn't take fire damage because he stayed still.
That's true. You're right. Okay, still alive, but just barely.
Okay.
Sorry. There we go. Okay. The Blossom Reborn. Ooh. They all get around Hurt. And they all reach on her. And It looks like they're trying to speed the process of the transformation on her.
No.
As vines begin to grow up her arms, and she kind of lays back and trust falls into them.
We've got to do surgery quick.
A Scoop, it's your turn.
Is hurt really damaged or no?
She's took some damage, but she's not like really bad. It's about halfway.
No, that won't work. Okay. I'm gonna have to drop Machete, or like, let her go down.
Yeah. We're not too far up. It's okay. I mean, like, if you can drop me a little closer to the roof, that'd be great, because I'm really...
You could just roll an acrobatics check. You should be fine.
I'll probably just like put you on the building as I go.
Yeah.
To
Sure,
her.
that's fine. I mean, you're just roll an acrobatics check for me real quick. Just so I can see if I can help you guys out here.
That's
Did it again.
15.
15.
Oh, hold on. Disadvantage because that thing's still there. Still 15. So.
Still 15. Okay, yeah. So you, that's totally fine. You just plop down. You're fine.
Okay. Get her.
Okay, what are you doing, Scoop?
I try to get her.
You want to try to go scoop her up?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
But
that's going to
first I'll-
take you
First, I'll
50
attack
feet
the
of your
big
movement.
dude.
Yeah, go ahead. What? What are you doing,
You
Cameron?
gotta
He said he's
With
going to...
lightning of call on the big dude.
Okay. On the big dude? Okay, you're going to use your
Yeah.
action to do so?
Yep.
Okay. That is a 17.
Succeeds.
Okay.
So half damage. Ten, 20, 21.
21 halved to 10. Okay. Still up, but barely.
I got them.
It's in relative to their maximum is the percentage. Like they were at 30 this whole time, so or at 30% or lower this whole time. Okay, so that's your action. If you want to move to hurt, that's going to take you 50 of your 60 feet of fly. Okay, are you trying to wrench her from their grasp?
Do I have any? Yeah, I'll try.
Okay, roll an athletics check.
15.
15, all of them together only got a 12. So you,
Nice.
as you hear vines snapping, you can move only 10 feet more. Are you going to?
Yeah, I'll try. I'll go towards the water.
Okay, you want to go towards the water. You got it.
Yeah, I can move up
There.
too.
Well, I mean, you have to a little bit in order to get to where it is you want to go. I assumed you're going diagonally in order to get out of the range. You will take 4 attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
That's a miss. That's a miss. That is a 16,
It's
and that's a miss. Holy crap. 15 points of piercing damage, and I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
You need to roll dexterity, dex save too.
All
Or,
of them,
Wrath of the
or
Storm.
just one of them?
No, the one that hit. The one I hit.
Oh, you got it right. They
So
got
what are-
17.
How much damage?
That you
How much
took,
damage?
I believe, what was it, 13,
15. You
15,
said
15 points
15.
of piercing damage to you.
Okay.
Supposed to get it.
It succeeds, so let's see. Takes about 7 damage.
7 damage, okay. And then I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
I got an 18.
18, you succeed. You are not grappled or restrained by the vine whip that hit you. Okay, that's what's
what
up.
about concentration too for the
You do need to roll a concentration check for
your storm?
the lightning storm.
Oh. Oh, 15. I don't know
You're
why
good.
I tried
You're
to
fine.
add something.
Okay, that's the end of your turn. You are out of the range from them at the moment, and you have hurt with you. Macheni, you're on the roof.
I look at it again and I try to summon what I can, summon from the other selves of. Well, no. First, I'm gonna just take a moment, breathe deep, really focus on trying to like repair some of the wounds within my body, as my bonus action. So that's gonna be 10 points that I get back, and then now I'm looking at it and trying to take it down with just some normal arrows. 15 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. Come on. 8 points of piercing.
It had 7 points left. You shoot, and your force arrow
It's
creates a big
Not
hole.
a force, but
Oh yeah. Well, one of your arrows that creates an opening, and you shoot that arrow again, and it pushes that arrow further in as it starts to writhe and discorporate as the parts of bodies no longer become part of the whole, and they just start to shamble and come apart at the seams. Almost as if a bunch of bodies just spill like water over this building and put out a bunch of the fire. All right, there you go. I'm
awesome.
gonna leave it there though. It's fine.
I still have one shot left, so can I spin around and
Sure.
try to get something that might be coming towards friends, or do I see one that's coming down the road there?
This boy right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna take that one because I see a Scoop's got the other group in hand, so
Okay.
I'm gonna try to pop shot him. 21 to hit
Hits.
and 10 points of piercing damage.
You got it.
Then for movement, I'm gonna try running towards my little rope going down and trying to get closer at least.
Okay. Do you want to run as the crow flies through the fire?
I mean, I'd get hurt by the fire.
Maybe.
Probably. I'm going to take. No, I'm going to go along the building.
So you don't want to run on the thing. You want to drop down and then run over.
No, I was thinking of being on to like see how I'm facing towards.
You want to jump up onto this building?
Yeah, the other taller building.
Okay.
Straight.
Roll an acrobatics check for me.
Come on. Nope, that's going to be a 7
7.
or 8. Excuse me.
8. Okay. So you do fall, but you climb yourself back up, and that's about as far as you can
Okay,
get.
cool. All right, that's my turn.
Okay. This guy gets there and claws at the building, unable to reach you. Boo. This one is going to attack you, Tamrin, with a 20 to hit.
Tammy's up on the.
I'm sorry, a scoop.
Isn't he out of his range though?
He has a 10-foot. No, it's not out of his range.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. I can't really. It's the
2.5 is-
wrong.
Yeah.
That's the wrong thing. Oh my god, it keeps doing the thing. Yeah, I can't use the measuring tool properly because I can't ding it, but I don't think it's out of its range. Well, it won't really let me decide here. Here, let me just do it this way. Go straight down and then over. 2.2. Fucking, geez, there. Yeah. So, yeah, no, it's within 10 feet. Okay. 3 ones. So 7 points of damage to you. Oh, wait. No, 6 points of damage to you, Scoop. Dex save, please.
You didn't roll to hit him, though, I thought.
It did. It got a 20.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I can't hear you.
Try saying something?
Nope. Can't hear you.
14. For
19.
19.
Okay, 19. So you succeed for your dex save. You need to roll a concentration check for the damage. So got to beat a 10. A 3. So the storm stops as you drop the storm. Okay, then that's it. That's all they can do. The Writhing Horror is dead. Nakano, you're fine. Tamron, you're fine. What happens with you two? I've got to say, you hear down here, and you hear like it's coming from outside, but below.
I could hear you then.
If you want to like follow the voice.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll have to go down into the bowels of the thing. But yeah,
Sure.
you can do so and just try to follow the voice. One of the things that you do as you pass through some of the corridors, you enter a room that looks like not a laboratory, but more of just like kind of like a study. And this study has some drawings of the language that's on the well walls. It also has this gorgeous mural. I mean, this absolutely gorgeous mural, and it looks like it was like carved into the stone with like some sort of chisel or sharp object. So it's like a stone relief almost, but in what is it called when like you do that on wood, but you do tiny little shavings one at a time, and then it kind of gives that 3-dimensional look, a look of like a relief, so it could also be used as like a stamp, like an ink stamp if you wanted it to. So it's like that, but it's on this like rough stone wall, and it's of this gorgeous large mural that covers a good like a whole third of this room, because it covers a whole wall of what looks like this absolutely very, very accurate but it was somewhat a bit embellished interpretation of Shai Fei Long, just intertwined across the wall.
All right.
And there are a couple papers thrown about. As you continue following this person's voice, you kind of rush through this room. It does look like there is, very similar to your piece of macaroni, your broken piece of a well wall that just is sitting on one of the wooden tables there. And you make your way down. You eventually hear the voice as you keep running. You only make it so far, but you find yourself, you're like, oh, I must be at like the floor that I can see the bottom of from up there. And they couldn't be more than your next turn's movement away. Okay, the Nakano is with you because she's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna give them pretty flowers. Nakano, you can roll a wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn now to try to resist all this.
17.
That's a success. You are no longer in the influence.
That's good.
Okay, great. Up next, then we have, boom, 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 boom. They can't get to you. One more attack on you. No, actually, a Scoop. You go first, because those two are dead.
Wrath of Storm on the other one that hit me. just because.
Okay, yeah, as a
wanting to
reaction.
let
But
you
yeah,
know.
sure. Yep.
Actually,
It's
no.
fine. It's a failure. What's that?
No. What was that the top of the turn? Because I already used my reaction for that turn, right?
Right. Yeah. So you can't. Yep.
Okay.
Where are you going?
I just go up a little bit more, so they can't hit me. There you go. I'll do
Say a little bit more than I can't hit you.
or they're out of the range for the. She's out of the range now, right?
Yep.
She can start making throws.
Yes. So she can make a saving throw at the end of her turn. Yes.
But enhance ability.
On hurt.
Let's cut. Yeah, for Constitution saving. throws.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's Bull's endurance or something like that, or whatever. Yeah. But you got the yeah. I got it. I understand. Cool. That's your action. Are you moving anymore? Because you have 60 feet. You only moved like 10.
Can I go to the no? I am going to stay
What are
there.
you doing?
I'm gonna
You're
actually
gonna
just
stay
go up
there. Okay. You're gonna go straight
and
up.
just kind of just keep an eye on Machete, and
Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay,
let
you can
my
do-
spiritual weapon do some damage to them while
Got it. Okay.
they just.
If you move
They're
the
just
rest of your
there.
movement, you can go.
I'm carrying hurt, so it's only.
Yeah, but
third.
you have powerful build, and she's a small creature, so she doesn't affect your
Okay.
movement.
Okay.
So you go there. You get. Actually, you get 2 more. So you are now even in altitude with the floating, like, tower bit. And you got it with your spiritual baguette.
Dex save.
Moves
Dex
over
save
here.
for whoever.
Zip. You got it. They don't get a dex save. It's just an attack roll.
Oh, so. Natural 20.
Woo! Nice.
Extra.
I double the first die or something. What was it?
It's twice as many die. You roll twice as many die. Whoops.
I don't have twice as many die. Oh no,
Just
I
rolling
don't.
twice then.
Hard. 11.
11 total? Oh no.
No, actually, 16.
16. Okay. It is quite hurt, but it is still alive. You got it. Okay. It's the end of your turn then. They can't really do anything, so they just kind of shamble around. Hurt. It is then Hurt's turn. She gets to roll.
At advantage
Why?
because of the thing he just cast.
Right. Well, the second one was a nat 1, but the first one was an 18, so she succeeds. Great. So she's no longer under the influence. As you are carrying her, that's her turn. Machete, your turn.
Can you please zoom in so I can see? Yeah. Cool. So, is that another mound I see? No. Okay, that was just an artifact. Jesus, it scared the crap out of me for a
That
second.
was, but I just forgot to get rid of it because I couldn't find it beforehand to put it down. So. it's
Oh
fine.
my god. So I'll take. Do I see other than the one that's right below that I did a pop shot before?
You see this one right here.
That
Looks
one
like a
there.
blossom one.
And that's the one. That house is basically where my little rope is dangling down anyway. So I'm gonna take 2 pop shots at that one.
Okay.
27 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay, good.
Next attack, 22 to hit.
Hits.
And that's 11 points of piercing damage.
You got it.
How's it looking?
It's not looking good. It's looking really bad.
Okay. I'm going to. How far is it to that home?
Um, 45, 50 feet. If you want it, 50 feet if you want to get to the roof.
I'll use 40 feet. I'll get next to it, and then I'm going to use Misty Step to go up to the rope and hold on to the rope 30 feet
You
up.
got it. Yeah, you can like get to the bottom here and then easily just teleport to
Onto the rope.
onto the rope. Yeah, for sure.
and
I'm
then-
just going to enable this real quick.
Yeah.
Voop. And you can, yeah, like right here. So you're right there at the bottom of it. Boom.
Excuse me.
Nicely done.
All right, and that's my turn. And I'll start. My intention is to keep on climbing.
You got it. This guy moves over here, but can't really reach you. Then we have the gone. It's just Nakano and Tamron. Nakano and Tamron, you continue following this person's voice, and you eventually find them. They are on the bottom of the floor. They look like they got their head in a trap door. It looks like they're reaching down as you gaze through the trap door a little bit. You see that there is the arrow with the rope is dangling right next to this trap door, and do you see now this blue dragonborn, or so this blue dragonkind's individual head just kind of peeks out and go like, "Hello, yes, I can help you. Hold on.
Thank you.
Which one of you needs help the most right now?"
I mean,
I guess probably Machete. She's dangling there.
Oh, okay, cool.
here.
I can just, okay, here. And he just points at you after licking his finger, and you just, are you consenting?
yeah, because I'm.
Okay,
I'm,
you just disappear, and then she's right next to you guys.
Cool.
She goes like, and she appears right next to you.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
I'll
No
just-
problem. Your friends okay?
I think so. They seem
they'll
pretty
make it
high
here.
now.
Yeah, they're fine. I
Yeah.
think they're fine. Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
cool.
I
I'm just
start-
gonna clean this, and he pulls the arrow out and just clean this up and starts wrapping the.
Oh,
yeah,
thank
it's-
you. Yeah. No.
It's just a mess. No reason. It's fine.
No.
You're
Sorry
good. You're
about
good.
that.
No
Sorry.
worries.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he throws it over him like, it's okay. I needed some more of this for spelunking anyway, so it's totally fine. Okay, cool.
Well, I mean, I do want it back after, if we can do that. That'd be.
Right.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Totally fine,
It's just
Machete. Totally fine.
expensive.
Okay, let's make sure you get your other two friends in here.
Guys, come on.
Cool. I'm gonna say for the all intents and purposes, combat is over because you don't need to be in combat anymore. You can choose not to be in combat. So a scoop and a hurt fly their way out of there. So we're gonna
I just
stop
spend
that.
like
then.
the last whatever minutes or
I
seconds.
think fly lasts for 10
slicing up.
minutes, so you have like 9 minutes of flying around if you want.
But I meant with the spiritual weapon, just keep attacking them.
Oh, sure. Yeah. You can. Yeah. Just I would say. Yeah. You probably
They're pretty
drop
much-
another 2 or 3 of them in
Okay.
that process.
And then I'll
um,
take more pop shots out of the.
I'd also just
door
like to
for her.
peek and make sure they're not. Oh, sorry.
No. Go ahead.
No, you're
sorry.
fine.
I just want to peek and make sure they're not like going towards the boat.
Sure. You can do that. It doesn't look as though they are. The purple also doesn't appear to be advancing on the boat anymore either. It appears to just be hovering there, waiting. You see some of the crew on the boat, at least you can see. Looks like they're arming themselves and they're ready, but the Reborn haven't seemed to have noticed them at all. And the crew is doing their best to keep themselves hidden. Great. So yes, the individual is like, let's take this upstairs. Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
Great. Perfect. Wonderful. So, very pleased to meet you. It's been, crazy time, but, yeah. Are you okay?
We seem to be okay. A little hurt, but no worse for the wear.
Funny joke. Yeah.
I'm a little.
Who
definitely
are
a
you?
little more than hurt, but it's okay. I mean, look,
Oh,
I'm patched up if you have someplace to sit.
A traveler. wanted to be traveler. Well, and now I'm more of a historian, I guess. I don't think there's actually a title for what it is I do yet. I don't think they've really come up with it. You can just call me. I used to be a pirate, now a traveler. I guess maybe I don't know. But yeah, please. I can offer you some refreshments, maybe, or whatever's left. I make a good lichen tea.
That'd be great. Sorry, didn't quite catch your name. Here, between the plants, trying to and stuff.
About that. So I'm not really sure how all of this works just yet. So if it's all right with you, we could just keep that part separate from that, because I don't want to. There are rules that I'm just learning. So I don't want to accidentally break one of those rules and then have everything, turn to shit.
Can we just call you like, hey, or hey you? Like, I
call me whatever you want.
Big Boba.
Blue, big Boba. That's fine. Sure.
So you're little Boba, big Boba. This will be fun. Okay.
Please. And they bring you into the study and they have you sit down, or make yourselves comfortable. There's not many chairs. Looks like they bring. I know. They like mold earth and they pull off just like a couple chairs just come up from the stone of the area here that just become like little stools. You can sit in those if you like. It's been a while since I've had to have. Thank you for listening. I know this is all jarring. I think you just need to listen to me real quick and this will go a lot faster. So you need to go there. You need to take this. You need to not ask too many questions. And I think that's it. I don't remember.
Okay, well.
And they hand you a vial of what looks like some sort of chartreuse powder.
No, everyone seems to not remember, and then it usually ends up bad.
Yeah.
Where was he pointing to when he gestured?
You give him a look like where, because he was just pointing to the wall, and he's like, "Oh, duh. Sorry, that's I did that just in case things would go weird. Here." And he just and blows some what looks like sand in the air, and then this mirage illusion disappears, and you see a fully functional hodgepodge together, pushed pieces together well wall that is on. You need to go in there, and you need to take this. And if it goes right, I won't be here when you get back. If you get back.
Okay.
Technically, if you want to talk about anything else, we actually have a lot of time. So I guess you don't really need to hurry, but I can't answer all of your questions. But feel free to ask them. I guess
Maybe you can answer some of them. Seem to have a lot in common.
You know what? You're probably super. Yeah, you're tired. Do you want to rest?
That'd be really
That would be
great.
good.
Yeah.
To catch up.
Yeah,
and,
sure, sure. I made sure there were enough beds. Yes, I believe there are 5 of you. Yes, yeah. There's 5, and I made sure there's enough. There's a small bed for her as well. So should be just fine. Please let me show you to the rooms. I made sure that we kept some of the bedrooms when we detached, so should be fine.
Yes, but you were expecting a child.
You just
Well, there's a lot of tall and short people. The details aren't that interesting, I promise you.
You said you made sure that there was one for her.
I think,
Yes. Oh,
Can
I'm
I-
not good at this.
can I take a look at Hurt? Because seeing what happened with how they were pulling, because I was with the scoop and how they were
Sure.
inserting.
Yeah, I mean, she does look like she's, you start examining it, and he's like, "Oh, right, perfect situation for me able to fix this, for able to show you." Pops the cork on the chartreuse powder, takes out just a small, like 2 dashes of it. Excuse me, and just kind of like just sits next to you, excuse me, and pushes you over, Karma, and blows the dust into Hurt's face, and Hurt's like. And the vines start to wiggle their way out of her
That's
veins and decay and just fall to the ground. Now you know why this is so important. Yes.
And why is the information important if you just told us
well,
a
it took-
major...
Because it took too long to make it. That's why.
So you entrust us with this vial, but not the information
Not yet.
to stop spreading it?
Well, I'm sure we can hash out the details tomorrow.
Yes. Me too. By the way, before, you know what, I'll ask you tomorrow. It's fine. Please, and they lead you to the rooms. I did make sure that I had it was fresh for you. So for a midnight snack, a very special friend made it for me, and it always stays warm. There should be 2 loaves of elven toast there.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Let's go.
You can take some with you if you like.
Yes, please.
I think we will.
We love.
No,
love
this
toast.
is...
And just so
So-
you know, they always
Wait,
stay
wait,
warm.
wait.
They're always in perfect condition, and they will help ameliorate or alleviate if you don't feel yourself in any way. Have a slice, and it's gone,
Okay.
Beautiful.
and you'll feel.
So
nice,
this is
right?
this is 100% then?
Oh yes, no, that is finished ancient elven toast, like homemade, not by me, but a good friend.
Did we just meet like a time traveler?
I don't know.
I mean,
Possible. That seems. Well,
I know we can't. Yeah, I know we can't ask.
We don't have anyone that knows of our elven, at least my elven toast obsession besides the baker. And I don't see him traveling through time or asking people.
Yeah.
It's,
I forget what his name was. Gordek? No. I don't remember.
And before I forget, Nakano, if you'd like,
He's talking.
I
to-
have.
So, TJ's.
Are you addressing her through her name or?
Yeah. No. He was talking to Nakano.
I know, but that's what I'm trying to get at.
he knows all of our names.
If you'd like, Nakano, I know that it's
So
probably
she-
not the best. Is she ready? Did you hear
She's
me?
going to bed.
Oh.
Sorry. She was going to bed, but what? He's talking to the guy. You want me to just tell you later? Or? Okay. You can tell it to
never
me.
mind.
I'll-
Never mind. We'll do it later then. Don't worry about it.
yeah,
Um,
sorry.
It's okay.
No, Nakano's already drifting off over in the corner. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
Nakano's
just-
and he
Yeah,
turns
we
around
have
and says,
to
"Oh, by the way,
work
Nakano," and she's already asleep and collapsed on one of the beds with their shoes still on. He's like, "Right, okay." It looks at you, Tamarin, and says, "No. I'm sorry, but no."
Oh.
But I'm sorry I can't. But I can do this. Before I give this to you, you need to know that this is different. It's not the same. It's not dangerous. Well, at least not to you.
Okay.
But, and I understand you won't trust it. But I have to. And he reaches into his robes and pulls out what looks like an eldritch idol in the shape of a small firbolg and hands it to you, Tamron.
Okay.
Don't drop that, please. I know you won't, but don't drop it.
Okay.
I'll
I'm
leave
gonna
you.
put it in a safe place.
Sure, you put it in a safe place. Do you want to put it in the book?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, you put it in the book.
Is it the same stone? Does it look like the same stone?
Oh,
as...
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll leave you for the evening. Please.
Wait, was your world taken over by these plants?
It was a pleasure to meet you. I'll see you when you wake up. And he closes the door. And you guys go drift off. If not, you guys can talk before bed, but that's where we're going to end it here. And that you guys are safe and sound in a very mysterious area. There's a mural of Shai Fei Long. There's notes. There's a fully functional well wall that's just on, and nothing's coming out of it. It looks like it's hodgepodged and patched together with a bunch of pieces of different ones, kind of like the one that was that took you to that water realm. And this person seems to know exactly what it is that you want.
Yeah.
So that's where we're going to end it. Thank you, everyone, for staying into it. I know we went a little late today. Thank you for everybody for sticking around. We love you all, and please stay tuned. As always, stay safe out there. And I want to give a big thank you, because I keep forgetting to do this. I want to give a big thank you to it's Sam, right? Yeah. Adam, I'm sorry. It's Adam Canham from Red Sky Phenomenon for our theme song Tunnel Vision off the album Sketches. Go ahead, check out Red Sky Phenomenon's music on Spotify and Bandcamp. Please go do that. We play a lot of their music, and we love them for allowing us to do so. So please go do that. And that'll be
See you
it.
in Gluten Talk.
See you in Gluten Talk. Good night.
Good night.
Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.